Well, hello there, folks. How's it going today? I hope everybody's doing really good. Welcome back to the messiest workbench on YouTube. I really need to take a day and clean off my benches. I've got too many projects going at once, the usual. So today, I'm just finishing up on these loudspeakers here that I was replacing the high frequency drivers in. These guys right here, okay? Now, I run into a problem which I thought was worthy of a video, okay? So these are the culprits right here. These are an old set of passive SP3s. The high frequency horn was gone in both of them. Now I replaced this one. It works great. This is the one we get on the bench. So the problem I ran into was pretty simple. I bought two brand new drivers for the speakers. One of them worked, one of them didn't. So I had to buy another set, which is, how this goes sometimes. So here's the new one, same as the other one. I got those on eBay. Now, this is what I wanted to point out. Okay, so, that magnet's super strong. Sorry about that. It jumped me. Honestly, it pulled it right out of my hands. So this ring, this is just a big magnet, as you can see. You can't even get near it with this thing. So this goes on there, and the driver. Oh, I got to set that down. It's really strong. This will bolt to this plate here. Okay, the one that keeps getting sucked into the magnet. Now the problem that I was having was it wasn't lining up. Let me get this off there. Oh, those are strong magnets. Now look real close here. You see this center cap right here? Look around it. Now you notice the gap here? So what's going on is this. The magnet is not centered, or this is not centered in the magnet, okay? And there's really no way I can change that. So what happens is, I'm not going to put that plate back on, but that plate goes on there. Somebody glued it too. I'm not sure why, because that magnet is some kind of strong. What happens is this little dished out part of the driver, if it's not centered in over this thing, okay, it doesn't really touch it, but if it's not centered, what happens is you'll end up ruining one side of it, because this is just not lined up. So my resolve for this is going to be centering this piece, which is really hard to hold, and then I should be okay. I can just bolt right to this ring. And this is the first time I've run into this here, but that isn't even close. So I'm guessing that was the downfall of the last horn that I took out of here. Somebody had replaced it. It really didn't look bad, but it didn't work. And I think it got crushed, like this one, okay? See all these dents here on the sides? That's from being, out of the center. When I tightened it down, this thing must have pushed on the side of it here. It may have actually even touched this. So, this is all new to me, like I said. And I hope this helps you guys out, because this is something that I didn't even catch, and I do this stuff all the time, but I noticed it was just not centered, and that was the downfall, there's no question. Okay, so I've taken a razor scraper here, razor blade, and just scraped all that residual glue that was on here. Again, I don't know why it was glued, but somebody definitely put some glue in there. So we want to get that all cleaned off, so when this steel ring goes on there, there's no gaps. So now I need to clean this thing off. This is the face that will touch the magnet, and this is the face that's threaded for the actual driver. So this is kind of time consuming here, but it's a big ball of glue there. I need to get this nice and true and smooth. Like I said, I don't want no big balls of glue on there keeping the magnet up off the spring up off the magnet, if you will. Must be super glue. It's coming off pretty hard, or epoxy or something. I'm not sure I'm going to glue it back on. I don't think it needs it. And another thing, I'm going to try to get it centered, so I'm going to have to either work really quick lining it up or just put it on there without glue. I mean, I had to take screwdrivers and 4 or 5 of them just to get this started up off the magnet. That's how strong it is. So once it's on there, I don't see it going anywhere. Well, that was quite a chore. I got her all scraped down though, and this surface where the speaker sits on is all good. So now I just got to line this thing up. Okay, be careful when you put this thing on. It's got so much power when it gets down. Obviously, it's going to snap down there, and it did pinch my thumb. Just a word for the warning. So what I'm using here is a rubber mallet. And I'm just tapping on the side of this steel ring that the speaker mounts to. And I'm going to just try to get it centered as best I can. I think I went by it. Again. Just light taps. Really just looking to see the same gap around this little cone. Once that's established, we'll be in good shape. That looks pretty good. I might have a little gap here, but I think there's enough clearance in the dome of the speaker itself. I'm going to say that's pretty close. Now, this is the new one. When I set this on here, you have these alignment studs here. So you have 3 holes on each side, then you have just one at like 3 and 9 o'clock. These alignment studs just go in these center holes. So what I do is put my finger in line with the stud so I know where it is, and you simply just set that on there, and that should line right up, just like that. Okay, so the alignment pins will go in those center holes, and you have 2 screws on the outer ones. Now, really something you want to check right now is the gap around this. Okay, make sure that's even with it, just sitting on there before you put any bolts in. If it's rim racked or it's out of alignment, when you screw it in, you are going to total this little diaphragm here. If everything's lined up and this is kind of an odd scenario where that was out of alignment. So once everything's lined up, if you take the old one off, just check that gap around that cone, okay? Okay, so again, you got these 2 alignment studs, okay? When you put them on, and when you put this on, okay, let's get this lined up. All right, that should lock right into those studs. Now, again, like I said, you want to check this gap around here. If there's a larger gap on one side of this diaphragm, a high-frequency driver, it's not centered properly. It has to be right spot on, or you're going to get a gap on one side and it'll be tight on the other. So that is something to look for. And when you put this on and those alignment studs go in those holes, it should drop right down and it should be touching this steel ring, okay? Other than that, that's about as much info as I can probably share with you about this, but I did shoot a couple videos on how to remove them and all that, and it's not really great content to watch for some people, but I just want to do it for the people that are like in a band or in a bind and their driver's not working. So just a few things to look out for. Usually it's just, unbolt it, bolt a new one on, and you're good to go in most cases. Now, again, once in a while you're going to run into something like this. And this is the first time I've ever actually had to remove this ring and do all that stuff. It's usually just take one off, put one on, you're good to go. But I did notice that, luckily, that was out of alignment. And I think we're good to go now. Well, anyway, folks, I'm going to get this back together. I'll put the bolts back in and get it mounted in the speaker enclosure, and we should be ready to rock with this. Good old speakers, once they're fixed up, if there's something wrong with them, it's really not a big deal to fix them. This is usually the first thing that goes. You can buy 2 of these for like $25 on eBay. That's where I acquired them. But again, I did buy 2 of them the first time. One worked, one didn't. But now in hindsight, I'm thinking maybe when I put the new one on here and I didn't notice the alignment issue, maybe I damaged it, and that's possible. So for the money, I didn't even tell the seller on eBay. I just ordered 2 more, and that was my bad, and that's just how that goes. I'm not gonna try to scam somebody because I ruined the product that they sent me. I know that happens a lot. I used to sell stuff on eBay myself. So anyways, we got a few more projects coming right up, and hopefully we get some good content. Now, this Explorer Destroyer or whatever that I've been working on for quite a few months now, just here and there. I've got it almost ready to go. The setup's coming along nice, and I do need to intonate it and whatnot, but it looks pretty good. It feels good. Acoustically, whoop, I'll just strum it lightly. A lot of ring. I did notice when I was messing around with it, I can feel it vibrating everywhere on this body. So I think this one's going to sound pretty good. It's all wired up and ready to go. Like you said, I'm just finishing the setup on it and getting all the quirks worked out of it, if there are any. And this is going to be a fun guitar. This one's going to my son. This is one of the guitars I've been working on. Like you said, I've got a Telecaster made out of this same ash. A good friend of mine gave me this stuff. He's got a pile of it at his house. He actually cut the tree down when he was clearing the lot for his house. And his brother owns a little sawmill. He had the boards sawed out. They're like 20 inches wide. Really pretty stuff. This is some of it. This will end up probably being mine in the end. I gotta finish, surfacing it and all that, but same wood, same guitar. I traced this off a 1977 Ibanez Destroyer. That's I actually have in my collection. So it was the first Explorer style guitar that I've owned, and man, I fell in love with it quick. These are so comfortable to play. I mean, at first it seems kind of odd, but so doesn't a Les Paul, all right? But man, it's really balanced nice. It's nice to sit down and play. A lot of guys instantly say this is awkward, but after you play it for a few minutes, that doesn't even seem like it's there. Just a cool vibe, and they have a good resonant ring to them. I don't know if it's the shape or what it is, but most of the ones I've played sounded really well acoustically. All right, well, I'm going to try to get that guitar up and going. I've got a couple things. I got to mount a jack plate on it. Just a couple little things, and like you said, get it intonated, and we'll get some more content up soon on that. I've been really busy. It's hunting season in Maine, so I've been doing some hunting in the afternoons and really enjoying the nice fresh air, and have a beautiful place to hunt right behind the shop. So It's been really fun, and I've been kind of neglecting this stuff, but I have to take a little time for myself too. And winter time's really my best time to do all this stuff. I do a lot more repair work and whatnot, and just miscellaneous stuff due to the cold winters and snow and all that. So, in any case, we'll see you guys real soon. I hope that information helped you out, and I will start posting more content right away. I did get lucky yesterday, I guess it was the day before, and harvested an 8-point buck, white-tailed deer. I'm really happy about that, to have some good meat for the winter. So, in any case, see you guys real soon. Be good. Okie doke.